morning, class. Last week we looked at the Anaconda City, and we looked at the buildings and from now and then. And I did a PowerPoint, and we learned a lot of facts. So today we are going to do a KWL chart. What we know, what we want to know, and what we learned at the end of the lesson. So we're going to start with what we know. What do you know about Marcus Daly?
In the 1880s, Marcus Daly made money on the Anaconda copper mine.
Good. In the 1880s, Marcus Daly made money on the copper mine. What else do you know about Marcus Daly that we've learned?
He was a millionaire by 1895.
1985?
1895.
1595. That's a lot of money to be a millionaire. Anything else you've learned about Marcus Daly?
No,
Then we looked at the library. What do you know about the library?
it was a gift.
It was a gift. That's a pretty generous gift. Anything else you know about the library?
It opened in 1898.
Opened in 1898. What else do you know about the library? That's it? Okay, what about the smelter? We've looked at the history of the smelter. Can you think of anything on that?
The smelter closed in 1980.
Smelter closed in 1980. Anything else?
It's in Anaconda, Montana.
It's in Anaconda, Montana. That's a good place to live. Anything else you've learned?
It employed about 3,000 people.
Employed about 3,000 people. That's a lot of people. So then what would you like to learn?
What is the height of the stack? And what is the diameter of the stack?
That's good. We'll do some investigation on that and find out that. Anything else you would like to learn?
What does Black Monday have to do with the stack?
What does Black Monday have to do with the stack? Is there anything else?
No.
Nope. So for this lesson today, I demonstrated the stack and then some mountains. And then I chose to do mine on Marcus Daly. So on category 1, Marcus Daly made money on an Anaconda copper mine in Butte, Montana in the 1880s. Fact 2, in 1895, he built a smelter that took care of the ore. And fact 3, he was a millionaire by 1895. This is the one that I chose. So I'm going to split you up in groups, 5 groups of 2. We're going to pair you up. And group 1 through 5. So group 1, go on to MontanaKids.com. I've also given you a sheet, but I'm going to go through this so you'll understand how to do it. I want you to draw a picture of the stack. You can do big, small, however you like. And I want you to tell the date on fact 1, the date of when the stack was open. How I want you, on fact 2, and it tells you the structure and the height. I want you to put that on area 2. And on 3, whatever from the article you can find, some fact that you find that was really interesting. So group 2, I want you to look into UtahRails.net, Montana Union Railroad. And I'm going to ask you to draw train tracks with a train. And I have you write down what was Montana Union Railroad's company joined by on fact 1. So you'll look that up on the computer. And on your fact 2, under Stewart Line, Stewart of Anaconda, 3rd paragraph, write down the name of the smelter city first known as. So there was a name before, and then the name changed to Anaconda. So on the fact 2, I want you to write the name, the first name. Then on your last one, I want you to write a fact that you and your partner feels that is a fun fact or interesting fact that you would like to share. So on group 3, I want you to go into Boston and Montana Copper and Silver Mining Company. I'm going to have you draw the Berkeley Pit. Berkeley Pit is also joined with Anaconda, but it is in Butte. And if you don't know what that is, then I'll ask you to draw a stack or something that represents Anaconda, either from the past or now. And then I want you to name what year on line 1 that you purchased, that they purchased the company. In line 2, who purchased the company. And line 3, I want you to find a fact that is interesting to you. In group 4, go into Guide to Anaconda Copper Mining Records, 1876 to 1974. I want you to draw a mine, and I want you to find the 2 people who purchased the mine on line 1, and line 2, what year it was purchased. And on line 3, I want you to find a fact that is interesting that you would like to share. Group 5, and you look under Anaconda Company. I want you to draw pictures of buildings. You can do big buildings or small buildings. And write down the year Atlantic Richfield Company closed the smelter. So that would be on line 1. And line 2, how long was the company processing minerals? That should be some interesting facts there. And 3, write down some interesting facts. And then what we're going to do is next week we're doing a presentation. And on the presentation, each pair of students in each group will get up and give a talk and of their interesting facts and some facts that they have found, and then we will post them up on the wall. And the week after that, we're going to go on a field trip. And we're going to look at the Smelter City. And on the Smelter City, there is bricks that people bought and built and put dates on. And it helped to fund the visitor center. We'll also go to the library, and on the top floor of the library, there's computers there. But back then, there wasn't computers. So on the first floor, we were going to look at the main structure, and they kept a lot of it the way it used to be. So then we'll go upstairs, and they remodel a lot of it, and we'll discuss then and now, and how we'll have a librarian discuss how you go into the files and look at a card catalog versus how you do it on the computer now. We're going to take a hike up to the top of the golf course. And there are several billboards up there that are very interesting, and we'll write down some facts. And when you get up to the top, you can see the smelter really well, and you can also see the golf course. And there was an old mining shaft and smelter where they built the old smelter on the left side, so you can go up pretty close to that, and we'll read about that also. And then we'll also go to the courthouse. We'll go to the 3rd floor looking down the rotunda, see the courtroom. We'll walk around and look around at the marble stairway, and we'll investigate the part of the building. We'll also talk to the judge, and we will learn some facts of how people did the court back then versus now. And then we'll also look at the Copper Village mine. They took the Copper Village Center top off, and we will go and look at that, and we'll walk through there. That's very interesting. And then we'll look at some old artwork in there that has pictures of the old buildings that are then and now, and it gives you a lot of caption on the bottom of how it was back then and the lifestyle, and then we'll do a discussion there. And then when we're done with all that, we will ask the driver maybe we can go for ice cream and then finish our discussion, and that's the end of our lesson.